because your belief system unlock it. Your belief system is what governs the progress you made. I am making this video because many of my mentees say the same thing over and over again. They tell me what they would have loved to do, what they would have loved to become, but they always end with this sentence: but that is for the talented people. And that sentence is one of the biggest lies holding many hostage. Let me say this clearly. No one lacks the ability to do a thing. What we often lack is the belief that we have the ability to do it. The scripture made this very clear when Jesus said, "If thou can believe, all things are possible to him that believeth." Mark 9:23. Notice what he didn't say. He didn't say if you have talent. He didn't say if you are gifted. He didn't say if you are privileged or if you are from a wealthy background. He said, if thou can believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. Many people today are not limited by lack of ability. They are limited by lack of belief. The real problem is not capacity, it's confidence. It's not that they cannot do it, but it is that they have decided that they cannot. It's unfortunate how very many people will assign a level of difficulty to a thing even before attempting to do it. They just say they can't do it and conclude with it. If thou can believe, all things are possible to him that believes. Once your mind closes a door, your life follows. You will suddenly stop trying. You stop practicing. You stop exposing yourself. You stop growing, not because you failed, but because you assume failure in advance. The moment you believe in yourself, something powerful happens. Your life recalibrates. Your thinking realigns. Your action changes. Your discipline increases. And your so-called dormant ability will suddenly find expression. You start learning faster. You start failing forward instead of quitting. And suddenly, your ability will start gaining expression, not because they just appeared, but because your belief system unlock it. Once you believe you can do a thing, you are powering the force of triumph. And once you say you cannot do it, you are powering the force of defeat. And once you believe you can actually do it, the force of triumph will give you over 100 reasons why you actually can. But when you believe that you cannot do it, the force of defeat will give you over 100 reasons why you actually can't. So if you say you can, you are correct. There is somebody to help you. And if you say you can't, you are also correct. There is somebody to help you. And any of these forces you feed over time will rule your life. That is when you see people, they cannot see anything impossible in their dealings because they have fed the force of triumph to a point that impossibility does not exist in their dictionary. But if you focus on feeding the force of defeat, you will see yourself giving excuses every now and then. Your belief system is what governs the progress you made. Now, let me prove this to you with your own life. Everything you can perfectly do today, there was a time you couldn't do them. There was a time you couldn't walk. There was a time you couldn't drive a car. There was a time you couldn't use a computer. There was a time you couldn't play a piano. There was a time you couldn't speak that language. Yes, at some point, walking was impossible. Driving was terrifying. That language sounds like a noise. But something happened. You didn't suddenly become talented. You believe you could learn. You gave it time. You practiced. You failed. You adjusted. And now you don't just walk, you run. You don't just drive, you move confidently. You don't just hear the language, you speak it, even sing with it. Not because your talent changed, but because belief did. You believe you could. You gave it a try and you succeeded. So let me say this to you clearly. Anything you wish you could learn today is not beyond you. Believe it first. Give it time and everything will realign. Stop calling yourself untalented. Start calling yourself unconvinced, because the moment belief enters, ability responds. And that's exactly when your life changes. I'm Larry Ubulu, growing value and wealth. Please, if you like this video in any way, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. It means a lot to us. And until our next video, I'll say bye for now.